This is Route 66, the Mother Road, the show that road trips the legendary highway from Chicago to the coast. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15. Every week they break it down so you actually get it.
The Mother Road, the show that road trips the legendary highway from Chicago to the coast. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie. And today we're talking about the most photogenic dot on the entire map, Roy's Motel and Cafe in Amboy, California.
Amboy population, not many, like genuinely almost nobody lives there.
The official count is around 4 people. 4. You could fit the whole town in a minivan.
And yet Roy's Motel is one of the most photographed spots on Route 66. Go figure.
It's got this giant vintage sign, red and yellow, towering over the Mojave Desert, and it looks like it crawled straight out of 1959.
Because it basically did. Roy's opened in 1938, back when Route 66 was the main artery between the Midwest and California.
Travelers crossing the Mojave were desperate for gas, food, and a bed that wasn't made of sand.
Roy's was the answer. Roy Crowell started it, and for decades it was a full-on pit stop. Motel rooms, a cafe, gas pumps, the works.
Then the interstate happened. When Interstate 40 bypassed Amboy, traffic basically evaporated overnight.
The town didn't just slow down, it nearly blinked out of existence. Roy's closed up, the cafe went dark, and the desert kind of just reclaimed the place.
For years it sat there, sun-bleached and silent, which honestly made photographers and filmmakers love it even more.
It showed up in music videos, road trip films, commercials. That eerie quiet has a whole mood.
Desolation chic, very on-brand for the Mojave, which can hit 120 degrees Fahrenheit in summer.
120 degrees, that is not a typo. That is the temperature of a slow cooker set to load.
And yet people drive out there specifically to stand in it and take selfies with the sign.
Because the sign is incredible. It's a classic mid-century roadside design, the kind they don't make anymore.
In 2005, a guy named Albert Okura bought the entire town of Amboy, the whole town.
He founded the Juan Pollo restaurant chain, and he just bought himself a ghost town, as you do.
His goal was preservation, keep Roy's alive, restore the Route 66 spirit, honor the history.
And it worked, sort of. Roy's reopened in a limited way. You can get gas there now, which in the Mojave is basically survival gear.
The cafe has operated on and off, and the motel sign still lights up at night, glowing out into the darkness like a beacon.
A beacon for road trippers, photographers, nostalgia hunters, and people who took a wrong turn somewhere near Barstow.
The distance from Amboy to the nearest real town feels massive when your gas gauge is touching empty.
Which is exactly the feeling Route 66 travelers had in 1945, that mix of freedom and mild terror.
Roy's captures that perfectly. It's not polished or restored to perfection. It's real, worn, and honest.
There's a volcanic cinder cone right nearby too, Amboy Crater. So you've got vintage Americana and actual geology in the same parking lot.
One-stop shopping for the intellectually adventurous road tripper.
The sign alone stands about 40 feet tall, which means you can spot it from way down the highway before anything else.
That was the whole point of those giant roadside signs. Grab attention before the next competitor did.
Marketing, 1950s style, loud, colorful, impossible to miss.
Amboy sits at roughly 1,600 feet elevation, which means the desert air is thin and the sky is enormous at night.
Stargazing out there is supposed to be unreal because there's zero light pollution for miles in every direction.
So you've got this glowing vintage sign, a volcanic crater, a billion stars, and 4 residents who've seen it all.
Honestly, that sounds like the setup for either the best road trip story or a mildly unsettling short film.
Probably both. Route 66 has always been both.
That's the magic of it. The road doesn't promise comfort, it promises experience.
And Roy's delivers experience in abundance, dusty, sun-soaked, totally singular experience.
If you ever drive Route 66 end to end, Amboy and Roy's is one of those stops you don't skip.
It's not a tourist trap because there's nothing really to trap you with. It's just real.
Real history, real desert, real sign, real feeling that the 20th century left something important sitting right there on the asphalt.
Preserve it. Photograph it. Fill up your tank there, and then keep driving west toward the coast like every dreamer before you.
That's Roy's Motel. That's Amboy. That's the Mojave doing what the Mojave does best.
Thanks for riding along with us today. Keep your eyes on the road, your windows down, and we'll see you next week on Route 66, the Mother Road.